Senator Wyden.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Morantis, welcome, and thank you for always being so helpful. And as you know, I chair the Finance Subcommittee on Trade, and we were also trying to deal with timber this morning, so I apologize for being late. I want to get your sense about the next steps, particularly as it relates to solar and renewable energy, because my sense is we're really at a fork in the road with respect to our policy in this area. As you know, American companies basically have had to stand up for their rights. I mean, they've had to stand up to dumping and unfair subsidies and file all these cases. And as a result, I think it's fair to say there's a fair amount of market uncertainty now with respect to renewable energy, and particularly solar. So it seems to me there could be some real value in the United States looking to put together what I've essentially called, in terms of my own thinking, a kind of global resolution. And I'd like to know if you think there would be some value in that, and what role you think the United States might play in pursuing something like that.
Senator, thank you for your leadership on this issue. This is a new and emerging issue, and we, in the administration are committed to creating and maintaining green jobs. We are eager to work with you and to stakeholders in terms of determining how to address this issue holistically, and look forward to doing so.
Well, we'll pursue that, with you in greater detail. But I will just tell you, I think this is an extraordinarily important moment for the administration, and I think that if the United States says, A, there'd be real value in moving now to try to put together a global resolution of it, that alone would perhaps bring a little bit more certainty and predictability to what's ahead. And I think the United States ought to be leading those kinds of discussions. So I look forward to following that up with you. Let's go to the question of TPP and start with digital trade. As you know, I think that the Internet is essentially the shipping lane of the 21st century. I think you look back at what hearings were in this room 25 or 30 years ago, and it's obviously very different in terms of the opportunities for digital goods and services. Our problem is we take steps here in our country to protect our kind of key emerging industries in the tech sector from discrimination, ensure they have a set of rules that are going to allow them to prosper and grow. And then the threat is that we'll essentially have a variety of practices. Sometimes it's out-and-out censorship, but there are a whole host of other kinds of barriers that get imposed and, in effect, not only can unravel gains we've made in the United States, but hamper our ability to get our digital goods and services into other markets. Will the administration make, under TPP, this a priority to ensure that there is, I think, a pro-growth, non-discriminatory focus with respect to digital trade as a priority for the TPP?
Senator, thank you for your longstanding leadership in this area and for pushing us so hard in it. Yes, absolutely. This is a huge priority of ours to pursue pro-growth, non-discriminatory, market-opening disciplines in the TPP, as well as in the International Services Agreement on digital trade. And we look forward to working with you to ensure that they are as strong as they can be.
One last question. As you know, in our part of the world, there is great concern about a number of other economic issues, footwear, clothing, and others. And my sense is in the past there has not been sufficient focus on the global supply chain as it relates to these kinds of industries. Can you assure the committee that the administration is part of TPP, and it's not just footwear and clothing, which I've raised, but the global supply chain generally will be a bigger part of future trade agreements starting with the TPP?
Yes, Senator. The beauty of the TPP is we have the opportunity to rationalize supply chains with the most competitive region in the world, and with the effect of creating and supporting more jobs for us here at home. So this is a big priority of ours, and again, as in other areas, we look forward to working closely with you.
I think, Mr. Chairman, my time is about up. That's an area I'd like to follow up with you on, because I think, I remembered when you chaired the Trade Subcommittee, that issues like the global supply chain, those really weren't they certainly didn't carry the same importance they do today, and I'd like to follow that up and work with you on it.
Sounds good. Thank you, Senator.